March 13th, 1964, Queens, New York. A young woman named Kitty Genovese is walking home from work. She is attacked. For 30 minutes, her cries for help ring out through the neighborhood. According to the initial reports, 38 neighbors heard her. 38 people watched from their windows. Not one of them called the police until it was too late. The media called it a moral decay. They called the witnesses monsters. But when psychologists stepped in, they found something far more terrifying. These people weren't evil. They were trapped in a biological glitch. Today we look at the variable that turns a crowd into a collection of ghosts. This is the bystander effect. In 1968, John Darley and Bib Latané conducted a landmark study. They placed students in separate cubicles and staged a fake medical emergency over an intercom. When a student thought they were the only one listening, 85% rushed to help. But when they thought 5 other people were also listening, that number plummeted to 31%. This is the first law of the bystander effect: diffusion of responsibility. In your brain, responsibility is a finite resource. If you are alone, you own 100% of the burden. If there are 100 people, you feel like you only own 1%. You assume someone else is more qualified, someone else is braver, or someone else has already called for help. But there is a second, more subtle variable at play: pluralistic ignorance. Humans are social primates. In moments of uncertainty, we don't look at the problem. We look at each other. Imagine you see smoke coming from under a door. You look around the room. Everyone else looks calm, so you assume it's just steam. But here's the catch: everyone else is doing the exact same thing. They are looking at you to see if you are panicked. Because no one wants to be the person who overreacts, everyone remains frozen in a state of collective denial. We literally gaslight ourselves into believing there is no emergency because the crowd isn't moving. In the 21st century, the prime variable has shifted. We are no longer just bystanders in our neighborhoods. We are bystanders on a global scale. When a tragedy is live-streamed to 50,000 people, the diffusion of responsibility is near infinite. We have developed a screen buffer. We see a person in distress, and our first instinct isn't to reach out. It's to reach for our phones to record. Why? Because the lens creates a layer of fiction. It turns a real-life tragedy into content. In the digital age, the bystander doesn't just watch, they broadcast. And in doing so, they further normalize the inaction of the rest of the world. How do we break the glitch? Biology gave us the bystander effect, but psychology gives us the cure. If you are the victim, never yell "help." It's too vague. It doesn't assign responsibility. Instead, use the isolate and command technique. Point at one person, make eye contact. Say, "You, in the red jacket, call an ambulance now." You have just collapsed the variable. You have moved the responsibility from the group back to 100% on that individual. If you are the witness, be the first mover. Research shows that once a single person breaks the freeze and helps, the rest of the crowd immediately follows. You aren't just helping the victim, you are giving the rest of the crowd permission to be human again. The world isn't filled with indifferent people. It's filled with people waiting for a signal. The prime variable in any crisis isn't the size of the crowd, it's the courage of the individual to act first. If you found this deep dive valuable, share it. It might just save a life. I'm the prime variable. Don't just watch, act. See you in the next discovery.